What the deal, baby? It's your boy, Dot 44. You live and direct watching the 44 show. We're going to talk about today, man. Story of the week. Professor Henry Skip Gates, I believe, from Harvard. The esteemed black studies professor that was arrested last week in his house. It's the big news this week. Man, I go through this every video, man. Every video. I'm trying to find my lighter, but it's ridiculous. Yeah, it's the big story in the news this week, man. Everybody, the black side is saying it's racial profiling. They're coming at the man because he's black. The white side is saying that they're just screaming racial profiling, and the cop did nothing wrong. Professor Gates, he's demanding an apology. Police department says they're not going to apologize because they did nothing wrong, and that's where the president comes into it at. Now everybody all mad because they said the president ain't responding to this situation. You know what I mean? I mean, ain't responding to this. Rewind that. Act like I ain't even say that. Everybody's all mad because the president did respond to this situation. They're all saying he should have just gave one of his usual no comments. You ever drink a Pepsi you had out from last night? I had it out from last night. I was supposed to be drinking this one, but that was a terrible taste. But yeah, man. So he said that the police department acted stupidly by arresting the man once they had proof that he was in his own house. Now the media just took the police department acting stupidly and ran this on all the stations. So you got everybody from Rush Limbaugh to Uncle Jeb Bush commenting on this, you know, saying the president was out of line and he's only backing him up because that's his friend. Well, y'all don't see it from our point of view, man. For years, not for years, but it's just the beginning of the time, man, they want us to be subservient when it comes to the police. Us meaning the black man, you know? We gotta be little Toby, yes sir, no sir, you know what I mean? We gotta stay non-threatening, keep your hands visible at all times. When a few times when you see on TV, when a few white people be cussing out the cops or whatever, we be amazed. Cause we be like, how the fuck did that don't happen in my neighborhood? If you say anything disagreeing with a cop, you're getting your ass kicked or arrested. And maybe both. You know what I mean? You say a cop is wrong if you want. But even with these little videos I be making, man, I gotta watch my back. These motherfucking cops is crazy, man. But I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna keep bringing it to you. Rough, rugged, and raw. Because, look, it's time, man. Everybody all mad because the president spoke up on this race issue. Well, how about we ain't had a president speak up on race in about 40 years? Maybe it was time for a president to speak up on race. Everybody acting like racism is over. Racism is gone. I've been telling y'all ever since the election started, even if he win, racism ain't going nowhere. If anything, it's going to get worse. And that's exactly what happened. It got worse. People ain't hiding behind sheets no more. They ain't hiding behind editorials in the newspaper or blogs online. They coming out with it, man. They coming out with their racism full front. And then, for instance, another thing, the Philadelphia Police Department is at odds with each other. Black cops against white cops over this site called Dome Lights. Now, this is a message board site where people post different messages about different things going on in Philadelphia. It's ran and operated by one of the Philadelphia Police Department, a sergeant. And it's mostly cops that post on this thing. All racist stuff. It's anything and everything. Anytime something come up racial, you're going to find some posts on it on Dome Lights. Well, you would have found some posts on it on Dome Lights because they shut Dome Lights down because the heat was on. They was getting sued and everything. But yeah, man, it just goes to show it's not over, man. And Philadelphia has always been a hotbed for this shit ever since back in the Rizzo days. And it's coming back. Ever since the election, the pot is boiling over, man. It's getting, I saw a thing today, they said that's what the Republicans going to run on their next platform, on the racial and immigration platform. Come on now. Might as well get ready. It's coming. Watch, subscribe, and holler at me.